Samsung is using its supposed AI scene optimizer mode to place craters in spots that, in his shot, were really just a blurry mess. That this phone is not just sharpening up the original image like Samsung suggests their AI does by taking multiple shots and blending their detail together, but instead recognizing that it's a moon and just swapping out his actual photo with a correct texture of what it should actually look like. This is a big claim, so I thought I need to make sure this is for real. I decided to try and capture 4 photos, each one pushing the boat out a little bit further. Number 1 was a genuine real-life shot of the moon at night, which went about as expected. I ended up with this rather impressive-looking image, but nothing unusual happening yet. For shot number 2, though, I wanted to see how easy it would be to fool the phone by using a photo of the moon on a screen instead of the real-life moon. So I pulled up the same photo that I'd taken from my Samsung onto my MacBook, placed it onto a dark sky scene, and tried to capture it. And I noticed the phone is not super easy to fool. It knows you're never going to be sitting right next to the moon, so if you just sit in front of your screen and use your 1x main camera, it's just gonna look like a photo on a screen. But after about 5 minutes of getting just the right distance, such that I could get to 25x zoom and the moon properly fit within the shot, scene detection did kick in. It recognized the moon and turned this shot into this shot. Okay, little bit weird. You would expect a 25x zoom photo of a photo to result in some noticeable quality loss, but this weirdly did not, which does imply some fiddling. And just to make sure of that, I decided to stick my cat's face into the same starry sky background. Yeah, this was late at night, my decision making was getting questionable. But yeah, for this photo, there was a noticeable degradation of quality between the original image and the one taken from the phone of that image. So something is going on specifically with the moon, which is where photo 3 came in. This is where we went further, and we actually tried to see if we could recreate what the Redditor had initially found. I took my original photo, downscaled it from a 2000 by 2000 image into a 200 by 200 image to remove almost all detail, added a blur such that there was now no visible moon texture at all, and repeated the steps from the last photo. And this was properly surprising. My Samsung not just churned out a shot with 0 detail loss from the source image, but one that actually had more. Now, this might not seem surprising. We're quite used to phones dramatically neatening up images after we've taken them, and we know what the real shot looked like, so we already kind of have that image in our minds. But think about it for a second. If all the phone has seen in this instance is this white blob, how on earth would it know that this dark patch over here is a crater? How would it know that this blurry bit here is moon texture? It's inventing detail out of nowhere. And the only way this makes sense is if the phone is not using its normal image processing that it would use for every other shot, but instead recognizing the moon shape and going, oh, I actually know what a moon looks like already. I can use a sneaky trick here.